In translate, Lamnory.
Lamnory.
Try it again.
Lamnory.
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 Okay, Lamnory. Lamnory it is. Siri says it's Lamnory. That's how we say the name of this battery. Hey, welcome back to AC Auto Carts. So today, I had another battery company reach out to me and say, hey, do you want to check out this Lamnory 48 volt, 105 amp hour battery? And once again, yes. We're still on the hunt for what I want to put in the old rat rod that we are building. I made some progress on that lately. But today I'm just going to go over the Lamnory battery. We'll look at the dimensions. We'll look at how it hooks up. And all I did was pull all this out of the box. So we'll see how much voltage is in it out of the box and what it takes to hook one of these up. So let's get started. Lamnory. So again, if it's a 51 volt, 105 amp hour. This is all of the hardware that comes with it. It's a little bit simpler than that Mosysar one that I got recently. Exact same dimensions. I'll go over that in a second. But this is everything that comes with it. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to hook it up, and we're going to see where it's at. We'll hook the screen up, and we'll turn it on, and see how much voltage is in it. There is an app with this one, so maybe we'll download the app real quick and see how much time it would take to charge it back up. Same weight as most of them. The packaging was about 105 pounds, or no, it was 126. The battery weighs about 105. I did pull the packaging out, so here's the box. And I actually went up and I still had the battery box for the Mosysar one because I thought it was very simple, or similar rather. So let's just take a look at that real quick. So my Mosysar battery that came to us in November or October, box is a little bit thicker, but very, very similar, just like with the handles. The box is a little bit bigger, but it's very similar setup, right? The charger was in its own box, the screen was in its own box, same kind of foam. Just the Mosysar one was a little bit thicker, but I mean, same deal. I thought they were coming out of the same place, but one came from New Jersey, the Mosysar came from New Jersey, and this one came out of California, so not exactly the same. But when you look at a lot of these, they're super similar. Like this is exactly the same screen. I think the display on this screen is going to be different, but it's like the same looking screen that you get on the one that's even more popular is Vacture. That looks the same to me. The Mosysar screen is exactly the same as the Vacture one. This hardware, exactly the same as the Mosysar one. So if I look over here, this is the hardware I talked about in that last battery, or in that last video. It's the same style of hardware, even though it's a different company. So very, very similar things, similar pricing, a little bit different. This one doesn't have as much stuff on it, but it is going to be a onboard charger. I suppose you could unhook it if you don't want to run the charger, because this is all that you would actually need to hook up the battery. And you could leave this separate, but then I don't know, that seems like a lot. I'm going to try and mount it somewhere. So dimensions on this one, it's exactly the same as the other one. I already measured it out. It's 20, 11, and it's 20 on the base, 20 across here, 9 tall, about 9.5 tall, truthfully, when you get to the handles, and 13 across the top in inches. So again, very similar to the other ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hook this stuff up, and we'll see where we're at. Again, for those of you that might be nervous, oh, that one's too tight, about doing a conversion on your cart, it really is. You take the main positives and the main negative, and you just stick them up to mains on this, and then that's really it. And then there's no maintenance. So Ron Burgundy with that battery, I actually am storing it across the street at my neighbor's house. And all I did was charged it up and turned the battery off. And it's been sitting over there for a month and a half now, and I'm not even gonna think about it. So I have those, these are my old big batteries over here. I flipped one on the other day. So it's still sitting there at 53. Is that within the camera shot? No, right there. So it's still at 53 volts. I haven't charged those since I took them out of the cart when we did that, and that was October 31st. I have not charged those since October. It is now January 5th, right? Is that what today is? Yep. So if you are storing your cart, I see a lot of those concerns online, like, hey, I'm going away. What do I do with my batteries? So on and so forth. Like these lithium conversions, if you're going to leave it, just charge it up and turn the battery off, and you should be good. Which ironically, it actually says right here on the top of the battery, please shut off if leaving for 5 days or longer. Once under the voltage alarm occurs, stop driving immediately and charge the battery as soon as possible. And then there's like no wrong way to do this. It won't let you plug it in, so we're just going to plug that baby in. Screw this down. And now that's it. So this one is a little bit easier. You could leave this off the cart if you wanted, and then just goes right to the wall. So again, I'm just in the positive negative. These caps will pop back on. I'm going to leave them off though for now. But it is kind of, you got to get those straight down for them to snap back in. So I'm going to be taking this apart in a few minutes though. So this guy here, 4 prongs, it's got, there's really no way for this to slide in wrong either. So we're going to find the correct footing here. Once that goes in, that's it. We'll just tighten that down. Okay, that's done. So this would be something that you'd get out of the way or run this to the front. There's plenty of wire to run this up to the front. I've got a space for this. I'll show it to you in a second. Let's go ahead and plug this in. Oop, there we go, this way. All right, I'm just going to turn the battery on. There's like a little click that goes on in there. We'll hit this, see where we're at. This is the first time I'm doing this. Okay, page 3. All right, so she's at 52%, which is pretty much what the Mosasar was on when I got it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it in. It's 230, 229, and we'll see how long it takes for us to get up to 100%. All right, let's see. So I think all I'm going to do is plug it in, and we'll see what happens. Anything happening? Nope, there it goes. Charger just came on. Okay. Oh, there it's going up a little bit. 871, all right. I did test fit this quickly, and I think that's going to get mounted right in there. This cart, if you haven't seen it, it's on our channel a few times. It's an 83 E-Z-GO Marathon. I think they're marathons then. But it fits. There's actually some gap here, so we should be good. But I will mount this one here on this cart for sure. And then I'm going to have a dash that comes in. So I'll still keep this area for gloves, but this does take up a little bit of space, and there is no like taking this out, I don't think. I guess we could open up the back of this and see, but you might be able to. So with this hooked up, you're gonna want 22 inches to cover this. If you're cutting it close in your build, you're gonna want at least 22 for this one. For this little close-up of what it looks like over here, it's got a little vent. This is where the Bluetooth is, which I'm gonna download the app here in a second. We'll see what that looks like. And this is the manual. Components that it came with. It's pretty, I mean, this stuff is fairly straightforward. This one's a little bit easier to install than that Mosesar one, just because there's a couple more things with the charger. It was really just the charger. And then here's where I can grab the app. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. I have an Apple, so we'll do that. All right, so I'm gonna do a screen record. Here we go. Going in 2, 1, boom. All right, we're gonna jump into the app. And I did have to enable it allowed to pick up Bluetooth devices. So I'm assuming this is our battery that I'm obviously standing next to, and it's powered on. Okay, so there it is. At least I thought that was gonna be it. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we are. State of charge, 58%, which matches our screen that I've got going on here. Now, the other one would tell me how long it was going to be, which I'm not seeing here. Okay, all right. Well, that's what that app looks like. So at least you can sit there and double check your state of charge. But it doesn't give me a whole bunch. I do really like on that Mosesar one, which I again would assume that's on the Vatra one too, that it told you how much time to full. So it is 2:49 and we're at 59% now, as we just saw here on the screen. And then I don't really know what this is about. There's nothing in here about how to run the app, so I might have to get back to y'all on that. All right, let's just look at these screens real quick. We're fully charged. It finished up at about 6:30, so 4 hours to go from 50% to 100%. Or what did I say it was? 52, 53? So here we are, 105 amp hours, max temp got to 68, min 62, okay, fine, status is normal. And then our cells, it's very similar to, like I say, some of those other screens. I do like this configuration, it looks kind of cool. It's different from some of the others I've seen. So briefly, if you don't want to have the charger on the cart, this is going to be it. Right? And then you can take it away. So, or I can open the seat, plug this back in. It actually clicks a little bit. And then plug it into the wall. So you wouldn't have to carry it in the cart if you don't want to. This would be it. Just those little wires there. So I plan on running, obviously, your main cart positive and negative, and then I'm going to have a positive and negative for a voltage reducer, because you cannot, if you have accessories, you can't go directly to these batteries, obviously. So that would be it. That's it with the hooking it up. I'm not going to be able to hook it up today because we are still in build mode over here. But I am going to be dropping this right here into this rat rod very, very shortly. This battery is going to be running air pumps and obviously a Navitas kit and air shocks with the system. Obviously air pumps, that's an air tank. So yeah, it's going to get put to the test, but it is not going to be any higher than 20 something degrees for the next couple of weeks here. It is January in upstate New York, so it's been very cold. Anyway, so we'll put this to the test very soon. That's all I have for you today. Wanted to outline what the battery looks like, how to hook it up, and is it simple to use. So it is simple to put in. So I hope this video helped you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.